Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Empowering Teachers, where we delve into educational happenings. So, today we're going to explore ways to enrich the educational experience for students, educators, and the broader school community. I'm your host, Anderson, and today we're diving into a topic that is truly transformative, one that has the potential to redefine how we think about success in schools. Today, we're talking about shifting from a results driven model of education to one that prioritizes the student experience. It's time to stop focusing on numbers and standardized tests and instead start building school cultures that nurture and inspire and empower our students. Let's face it, the beginning of the school year is filled with excitement, energy, and let's be honest, quite a few buzzwords. We've all been through week zero where we hear about ambitious academic goals, differentiated instruction, and the latest strategies for gamifying our lessons. And while some of this is important, the reality is our hyper focus on results can actually harm the students we're trying to help. It's time for a fundamental shift in how we approach education. Today is exactly, my episode is exactly about that, a shift. A shift away from standardized tests, punitive measures, and rigid tracking systems that do more to box students and then to lift them up. Instead, we're going to explore how schools can prioritize student experiences and build cultures that fosters relationships, affirmation, and empowerment. Across the nation, educators, students, and families are diving headfirst into the first couple of months of school. And what's the message many of us hear? It's often about results, test scores, assessment, and hitting certain academic benchmarks. But what if I told you that focusing so heavily on results is actually counterproductive? Think about it. Standardized tests are created by for profit companies. They provide an incomplete picture at best and can even be downright inaccurate. These tests don't measure students' creativity, their resilience, or their ability to work with others. Skills that are far more important in the real world. Yet, as a society, we continue to place so much emphasis on them that we miss what really matters: the student experience. Research shows that adults who feel valued at work produce better results. The same holds true for our students. When they feel seen, loved, and cared for, they are more engaged, they put forth more effort, and they perform better. It's that simple. So, why aren't we focused on creating environments where students feel valued? This year, let's take a step back and rethink our priorities. Okay, there's a book called Lead with Care: Strategies to Build Culturally Competent and Affirming Schools. In this book, the author introduces a simple but powerful theory of action. If we prioritize student experiences over results and build a school culture rooted in care, cultural responsiveness, affirmation, relationship, and empowerment, we can dramatically improve academic outcomes for all students. And here's the thing: this shift doesn't require expensive technology or countless hours of professional development. It just requires us to change our mindset and the way we interact with our students every day. So, how do we begin to create this shift? Let me share a few practical strategies that any school or educator can implement immediately. First, shadow a student. This is a powerful learning experience that allows you to see the world from a student's perspective. Choose a student to shadow for an entire day. Follow them and follow them throughout the day. Sit with them at lunch. Experience the highs and lows of their day. There you'll gain a deeper understanding of the challenges they face and become more empathetic in your approach to teaching. Next, praise efforts, not just results. Sure, we want to celebrate the student who gets the perfect score on a quiz, but we also need to celebrate the student who's been struggling but keeps showing up and working hard. When we only praise result, we miss an opportunity to recognize resilience, determination, and growth, qualities that are far more valuable in the long run. Another key strategy is to start each day with an SEL, social emotional learning check in. This is something that just takes a few minutes but can have a lasting impact. Ask your students to share two words that describing how they're feeling that day. Model vulnerability by sharing your own feelings too. This shows students that you care about them as individuals and that you're creating a space where emotions are valued, not hidden. Finally, de-emphasize the grade and focus on growth. One of the most empowering things you can do to say to students is, grades aren't the most important thing here. Your learning experience matter more. The pressure we put on students to get perfect grades can lead them to cheat, lie, or use shortcuts like AI tools to get the job done. Worse, it undermines their self worth and can lead to stress and depression. Shift the conversation from grades to growth, and you'll see students flourish in ways you never imagined. So, what does this matter for all of us? As educators, we know that a school's culture is more than just a backdrop. It's a dynamic force that shapes every experience our students have. When we focus on results, we're limiting our students to a narrow definition of success. But when we focus on building a culture that values students as whole people, complete with emotions, challenges, and dreams, we create an environment where they can truly thrive. Remember, when students feel seen and cared for, they will rise to the occasion. They'll engage in learning, they'll collaborate, and they'll take ownership of their education. And as a result, the outcomes, the test score, the grades will improve. Not because we forced it, but because we prioritize what truly matters. So, as we move forward into this school year, I challenge each of you to reflect on the culture of your school or classroom. Are you focusing too much on results, or are you creating an environment where students feel valued, empowered, and inspired? Let's commit to building schools that prioritize care. Let's lead with cultural responsiveness, affirmation, relationship, and empowerment, and watch how our students, every single one of them, rise to the occasion. So thank you for joining me today. I hope today's conversation sparks some ideas and motivate you to take action. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with your colleagues and don't forget to subscribe for more insightful discussions on how we can continue to elevate education for all. I'm Anderson, and until next time, let's continue to take great care of ourselves and let's continue to lead with care. Have a wonderful week and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for listening, and please share it.